Thank you for calling the Unapologetic Man podcast. Please listen closely as our menu has changed. To get the skill set required for girls to jump in the air and slide right onto your dick, please press 1. To get the mojo and attractiveness required to be walking down the street getting hit in the head with panties and bras, please press 2. If you're so horny you'd fuck a snake if you could hold it straight, or have sex with the frothy foam that comes out of a fat girl's armpit while she's on the Stairmaster, please press 3. To speak to a representative, please stay on the line. Our waiting times are longer than usual due to COVID-19, the holiday season, the United States Postal Service being slower than pond water, weather, the earth spinning, you breathing, the sun being hot, and any other excuse you can think of for us being a bunch of fucking slackers.
Welcome to the Unapologetic Man podcast. The only podcast that's all about self-improvement, confidence, success, women, and being a man without making any apologies for it.
What is up, gentlemen? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the UMP. I literally just pulled that one out of my ass because, dude, I was on the fucking phone trying to get in with my bank, and it's like every single time you call one of these places, they always have this myriad of excuses as to why they can't deliver your thing on time, why you have to wait 20 minutes to speak to a representative or whatever else you're dealing with. It's fucking ridiculous. And what's the deal with listen closely as our menu has changed? What's with all the changing of the menus? Every single time I call, the menu is changed. Why not just keep the same menu? Why do you got to change the menu? What's up with the fucking menu? I think they do that because they want you to listen closely, and they will do anything, bro, to make an excuse as to why they can't ship your thing on time, why you have to bring in extraneous paperwork into the DMV or the Social Security office or whatever the fuck else you're trying to do, or why when you order a goddamn bumper for your Toyota 4Runner, it takes 16 weeks for it to be delivered. No joke, dude, 16 weeks. And the dude told that to me with a straight face. I'm like, seriously, bro? 16 weeks to bring in my fucking bumper? Like, what are you guys doing? Are you just like smoking pot and drinking beer? And like when I order, you're like, meh, we'll get that thing machined out in a couple weeks. First, we have a whole fucking to-do list of slacker responsibilities, and our job is to move slower than pond water. So I'm here to tell you boys that I don't want to move slower than pond water with getting you into my 3-month coaching program. As you may have heard in my previous episode, I hired a new dude. His name is Victor Lynch. It's my boy. It's my wingman right there. Absolutely killing it with the ladies, who is going to meet with you on my behalf. He is certified in NLP, trained by me personally. We go out together and the dude pulls bona fide 10s. And the best part is he has been through my program and he is a testament of what's possible when you join us in the brotherhood. The dude was an absolute zero with women. And now he is getting more ass than a toilet seat, walking down the street and having girls jump into the air and slide onto his dick, driving down the road and he gets panties thrown at his head, comes through the window, wraps around his face, can't see, fucking flies off a bridge and crashes and dies, reincarnates, and then meets with you on that one-on-one free breakthrough session to see if you're a good fit for my program, or more specifically, if the program is a good fit for you. So today, gentlemen, I want to talk about why you are not letting yourself really enjoy those successes that you've achieved in life, not letting yourself enjoy the peace and happiness that you've created for yourself, and why you will never let yourself, unless you get this fixed, enjoy life to its fullest. Now, this is something that I myself suffer from to a very high level, and what it is fear of the future, fear of losing that which we have accomplished. So I don't know about you, brother, but I have experienced a tremendous amount of disappointment and a tremendous amount of loss in my life. One story that always comes back to me when I think about this topic is I was in Boy Scouts and I was like 10 years old. And we went to this pizza place and we all made our own pizzas, one of those little 10-inch little pizzas or whatever they were. And I remember I took all this time on mine, putting on the cheese, putting on the pepperoni and the mushrooms and everything else. And we're sitting there waiting for them to be cooked. And the lady comes out and she's like, I'm so sorry, guys, but one of your pizzas was dropped. Let's see who it was. So I'm sitting there waiting for her to pull up the name of who it was who got their pizza dropped. And I was like, it's no way it's me. Everything always works out for me. And sure enough, MarkSing, unfortunately, we dropped your pizza. So we're going to make you one on our own. No problem. It'll be out just a few minutes after all the other kids' pizzas come out. And I don't know what it was, but there was something about that experience when I was 8, 9, 10 years old that really fucked me up. It gave me this expectation that things are always going to go wrong for me. that if I have success, it's going to be taken away. If I get a really hot chick, she's probably going to cheat on me. If I make a lot of money, it's going to be taken from me, or my business is going to fail, or whatever happiness I achieve, I don't want to enjoy it too much because I'm about to lose it. Then a few years later, my dad dies, and the dude died within just a few days. Came home sick one day, he thought he had the flu. Next day, the fucking guy's dead. So now I'm totally freaking out because my dad dies. Then my mom starts dating this dude who I kind of made into my second dad. I really liked this guy. His name was Mike Smith. He killed himself. So as my childhood is evolving, I keep thinking to myself, dude, everything I get, I'm going to fucking lose. Then I get my first girlfriend, my first love, man. Her name was Krista. Met her in college. She fucking cheated on me. And I literally heard her having sex with a different dude in her dorm room. I have never felt that kind of pain before in my fucking life. And that, by the way, is why I got so deep into this seduction thing, is because I wanted to get the skill set where that would never happen to me again. And it worked. It's never happened to me since, and it will never happen to me again because I understand this shit. Then in 2008, I got a little bit of an inheritance from my grandmother, lost like 80% of it in the stock market crash. So time and time again, throughout my earlier years, I've always been disappointed. So I constructed a belief, which was, dude, don't enjoy this shit too much because the other shoe is going to drop and you're going to lose it. And 90% of dudes that I work with have the same affliction. And I can almost guarantee, if you're listening to this podcast, you have had some shit that disappointed you when you were a kid, and you probably have created the same safety mechanism that you don't let yourself enjoy these things because you think inevitably you're going to lose them. The shoe's going to drop. This can't last forever. And here's the thing that I really figured out. When you think that, you create that. Now, some of you guys who have been listening to my podcast for a long time know how much I'm into the law of attraction. The law of attraction dictates that what you expect, what you think about, what you predict to happen in your life, you will manifest, you will create, and you will experience. So the nature of reality is this, and I love this analogy. First, you think of the picture, then you paint it, then you step inside of it. So if something good happens to you and you don't let yourself enjoy it, and you're always thinking about like, how could this go wrong? How will I lose it? And you're actually generating fear as your predominant energy field when it comes to that situation, you will attract to yourself that which you fear. And though I was just a kid, I think I created inadvertently a lot of those situations. My father dying, that's a whole different topic. I'm not going to say, yeah, it was completely my responsibility because I thought I was going to lose my dad. I'm not going there. But what I will say is that a lot of those monetary things that happened to me, girls cheating on me, largely happened because I created it. The second you get to a point in your life where you take full, unadulterated responsibility for not only that which happens to you, but how you react to it, that's when you get control of your life, and that's when you gain mastery. So what I figured out through all my self-work is, A of all, I had to do work on those things like my dad dying suddenly. Like I had to go deep into that shit, face it. I do NLP, as a lot of you guys know, neuro-linguistic programming, and NLP is absolutely spectacular for dealing with those past traumas. I had to deal with belief systems that my family gave me, my coaches gave me, other friends gave me, but particularly in my own situation, and I think a lot of you guys will relate to this, my brother gave me, my older brother. I was just talking to him last night, and the dude has the same scarcity mentality when it comes to money, when it comes to success. He doesn't want responsibility. He doesn't want money. So what happens? He doesn't get money. And I used to be in the same situation as him, thinking that money was the root of all evil. If you want to be successful monetarily, you have to stress and do some shit you don't want to do. And even if you do get the money, it'll probably get taken from you. So he's still living in that mentality. And like last night, I'm talking to him on the phone. I'm like, fuck, dude, this dude has not changed in literally 20 years. And he gave me that shit because he got it from my dad. He got it from other people. He bought into it, has not realized that you can change it. And make no mistake, if I told him, hey, bro, why don't you come into my NLP program? He would tell me to go fuck my own mouth, right? Like the dude would never do that because I'm his brother. But what I've found is you can change your belief systems and thus change your experience. So I want to ask you, brother, what do you fear losing? Do you not let yourself enjoy certain successes because you feel they might be taken away from you? And how has that worked for you? If you get to the end of your life and you look back knowing that you didn't enjoy life as much as you could have because of fear, how would that feel? Now, the overarching theme of this episode is this: when you fully enjoy it, you actually ensure that it's going to stay there. When you don't enjoy it, it's a form of non-appreciation, which increases the chances of it getting taken from you. In addition to that, when you fear it getting taken from you, you put that out into the universe, and what you fear, you attract. And I really want to make that clear to you. I really want you to think about this. Those things which you fear most, you attract to yourself. It's almost some universal law that knows energetically that if you attract to yourself what you fear, you're going to persevere past what you fear and grow as a man, which is your purpose to be here, I believe. I believe we are here to evolve, to create the next best version of yourself. And one of the best ways to do that is to attract to yourself those things which you fear, those things which you're scared of, those things which you don't want to deal with, and those belief systems that you have about your own success. So you often hear about multimillionaires losing everything, right? They lose everything because when you become a multimillionaire, the worst thing you can do is worry about losing the money. The best thing you can do is continue to keep making more money, keep getting better, keep growing, keep evolving into the next best version of yourself. That's the way to keep the money. But in addition to that is to enjoy the money, to be appreciative for it. Any success you have, I want you to go into it as much as you can and enjoy that shit, because that is going to keep it in place. The reason we lose the shit is because of the very fear of losing it in the first place. So let's say you get a really hot girlfriend, which I know a lot of you guys are listening in order to attract. You get this amazing girl, super fucking banging, amazing personality. You guys have a great time. You start falling in love with her. And then what happens? You get jealous. You get insecure. You worry about losing her. So instinctually, most guys will try to grab onto her even more. And what happens there when you try to grab on because of fear? You push her away from you. The interesting thing is when you enjoy her, and if you really love that girl, you're willing to let her go. Let her be who she is. Let her do her thing. Let her live out her own karma and create her life the way she wants to create it, and just enjoy her and appreciate her for the time being. It's the fear of what might happen in the future. And I'm speaking to myself just as much as I'm speaking to you guys. I am terrified of the future in a lot of different ways, but I address that. Fear is false evidence appearing real, and you attract to yourself what you are afraid of. So instead of being afraid of it, welcome it, face it, say to it, I can deal with you, man. I got the wherewithal. I'm big enough to deal with my biggest fears. I'm not going to be little me, little insignificant pussy me who's afraid of losing this thing, because I'll just create it again. You get yourself a solid 10. You can get another one, dude. You get yourself a successful business where you're making millions. You could fucking do it again because you are the mechanism that created that. And when you let yourself enjoy it, you are essentially letting yourself appreciate it. And what you appreciate, you attract more of to you. In the Bible, it says, to those who have, more will be given. The fuck does that mean, right? Like, to those who have, more will be given. It's this point right here. When you have something and you thus appreciate it, you get more of it. But when you have something and you fear losing it, it's almost like a message to the universe, I don't have this thing. Or if I lose this thing, I'm going to lose some part of myself, going back to the ego, which I recorded last week. Then the universe says, okay, I'm just a big mirror. I'm going to do exactly what you tell me to do. You're afraid of losing this. That's a powerful ass energy. Let's go ahead and take that from you. And that has happened to me time and time again until I switched my mentality into appreciation. When it comes to women and you get a great one, get more game, get more appreciation, and enjoy her while she lasts. But don't hang on to her as if she's the last girl on earth, and if you lose her, you're going to be decimated. Know that you had the skill set to get her, and you can get another one, man. There's plenty of women out there. And when you have an abundance mentality, you are able to attract those women to you and be appreciative for what they bring to you. I remember I fell in love with this girl in my mid-20s, and I was so afraid of losing her. I tried to do like everything perfect, try to look my best, try to show her a good time. And then one time we were at a bar together, and she's like, hey, just to let you know, I'm dating 2 other guys. And I was like, fuck, dude, why do I keep getting decimated by these chicks? Why do I keep getting annihilated? Because I was in a scarcity mentality. I didn't think I could get another hot girl like that. So I got like all jealous on my face and all mad, and I went and pouted in the corner. And then what happened? 2 days later, she calls me and she says, hey, I chose this other guy, so I'm sorry you're all blown out, you fucking sea donkey. That was my fault. Because if I had an abundance mentality, I would have been out there talking to other girls. I wouldn't have been outcome dependent. I would have appreciated her for her and been able to fully enjoy her and have fun with her without the fear of losing her. And then she probably would have stayed. So that which is going well in your life, enjoy it, brother. Be there with it. Appreciate it. Go into it fully and know that it can and will happen again for you when you allow yourself to appreciate it. Fear is the biggest obstacle we as humans are facing in this lifetime. And the entire point of fear is to overcome it. Without illusion, there can be no enlightenment, which is a big time Buddhist saying. What does that mean? Without having fear, without having hatred, without having ego, we can't rise above it. So it serves a purpose. It's literally the rungs on the ladder of your evolving consciousness. The rungs on the ladder of your success are those things which have held you down or made you feel like shit. So in a way, invite them. Don't be afraid of them. You are bigger than your problems. And I'll tell you what, the bigger the man, the bigger the problem. So if you have an illusion in your head that you can get to a place in your life where you have no problems, you're fucking dreaming. So instead of saying, I don't want problems, I'm afraid of them, I want this comfortable, perfect life where I can retire and have no responsibilities, go into the fear, invite it, look for more challenges, and face it like a fucking warrior does. Because you are a warrior, and your job is to grow into the next best version of yourself. So enjoy this life, smell the flowers by the wayside, and know that if you have something and lose it, you could get it again, man. You could get it again instantaneously. If I lose this podcast, if I lose you as a listener, no offense, bro, but I'll just go get other listeners from another platform. I believe in this message. I believe in myself and I'm enjoying it. Right now, I'm having a great fucking time. And no, you don't have to stress and be unhappy and be miserable to make money. You could do exactly what the hell you want to do and make a shit ton of money because of it. And when that money comes in, you say, thank you, man. This is fucking awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the universe says, yeah, to those who have, more will be given. That which you thank for, more is given to you. That which you fear is also given to you. So stop fearing the other shoe dropping when you're having a great moment or when you're having a good experience with the chick. Don't think about losing her. Think about getting more of her, appreciating her. When the money starts coming, which it will come, especially if you continue working on yourself and especially if you go after your belief systems, when the money comes, thank that money. Enjoy that money. Get rid of any belief systems like money is the root of all evil, filthy lucre, filthy rich, and resenting people who have money. Bless those people, man, and bless those things which you want to attract and let yourself enjoy them, man, because life's too short, bro. All of us are going to be on our deathbed one day, and we're all going to look back with regrets. Unfortunately, it's true. You're going to think about that girl you didn't approach. You're going to think about that awesome life situation which you didn't fully appreciate because of fear. You're going to think about those things that you didn't face because of your fears, because of your ego, because of fear of failure or a distant sense of threat. Go into your fears. The obstacle is the way. Face your fears as if they're a barometer pointing the way into success. Follow your fears as if it's a compass guiding you in the direction of your success. And when that success comes, which it's coming for you, man, enjoy it. Party it up. Be thankful for it. Have a great time and look forward to the next success. To those who have, more will be given. Gentlemen, I do appreciate you listening. If you want to kick off 2023 with unprecedented success with women, come join us in my 3-month coaching program. My wingman and really good friend, Victor Lynch, is going to meet with you on a 1-hour NLP session to reveal some of your sticking points, kind of tell you why you're struggling with women. You get to pick his brain too, as a guy who actually started as a zero, went through the program, and now is a bona fide girl magnet. I've seen him do it in front of me. The guy is fucking an assassin with chicks, and you get to meet with him and see what it's all about. So if you're interested in joining us in the Brotherhood, click on coaching in the link below, fill out the quick application. I'm going to email you personally. You and I are going to email back and forth a little bit, get to know each other. Then you're going to get on with Victor. If you guys are a good fit, you're going to come into the coaching program. You have unlimited access to me. I become really good friends with all my clients. And my job is to get you to the point where you can fully enjoy this life and be appreciative for all the girls that I'm about to help you get. It's worth it, brother. Follow your fucking fears. Invest in yourself and appreciate those things that are good in your life because there are a lot of them. I drop podcasts on Mondays and Thursdays, so please stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you in the next episode.